Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today it is just going to be me because I am doing an updated pregnancy Q&A. If you did not know and you are new here, welcome to our channel. And if you are not new, welcome back. I am currently 38 weeks pregnant. I'll be 39 weeks in just a couple of days. So right now I am struggling through some back pain that I am praying, well, I'm praying it is labor, but praying it's not labor because I don't want to not know if it's labor. You know what I mean? Like that's like my biggest fear is not making it to the hospital on time. Today I wanted to do an updated Q&A all about pregnancy since I'm right at the end, and hopefully I can answer some of these questions for some of you that either are pregnant or looking to get pregnant. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you know anytime that we upload. Let's go ahead and get started with some questions. What has been your favorite thing about pregnancy and your least favorite thing about pregnancy? I would have to say that my favorite thing about pregnancy has been like feeling him kick and just having that connection of carrying him and knowing that he's safe and he's fed and he's warm and everything is good where he is right now. That's been my favorite thing. And also another favorite thing has been the connection that Chandler and I have had during this process. I feel like we've grown so much as a couple. And I think my least favorite thing has just been the aches and pains that you don't know to expect. Every pregnancy is different. Some people go through it and don't have an ache in their body. Other people are sick. Other people have back pain the whole time. So it's just different for everyone. And I have definitely I didn't expect to have all the aches and pains that I have. So that's been my least favorite thing, but it's okay because it's only for a period of time. The next question is, are you scared to give birth? If not, how have you overcome it? In the beginning of my pregnancy, I watched a ton of labor and delivery vlogs because I wanted to be knowledgeable and I wanted to know what to expect going into it. I did not want to go in blind. Obviously, I don't really have an expectation because I think if you go in with an expectation of, okay, I think it's gonna go like this, this, and this, you could easily be let down when, crap hits the fan. So I think that going and watching all of those YouTube videos, researching, asking questions, and knowing what to expect kind of gives you a calming feeling of just okay, well, if this happens, I know that that's normal, or this could happen. But I wouldn't say that I'm not scared of the labor process. Obviously, I'm a little nervous just because I know that there is going to be pain at some point. But I know that with Chandler there, I'll be okay. He knows how to get me through things. And I've looked up breathing techniques. I've looked up anything to kind of help you. So I'm nervous, but I'm not scared about it. And I think just being knowledgeable about the process is what has helped me personally. I know some people don't want to know anything about it and they're like, let me just go in and whatever happens, happens and I'll come out with a baby. But I wanted to know what to expect. When is your due date? So my official due date is February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. But I am hoping that he comes earlier than that because mama is ready to meet her baby and done being pregnant. What has your diet been like during this pregnancy? So in the first trimester, I was very sick. All my body wanted carbs, 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 and not good carbs, just crackers and cereal and granola bars and just anything that was processed. My body was okay, that's the only thing that's gonna settle your stomach. So in the first trimester, my diet was not good, and it made me really sad because I went from a very strict way of eating healthy and a healthy lifestyle to not even being able to look at grilled chicken, which is what the majority of my diet was. So it was a wake-up call. But then it got a lot better second trimester where I was making sure I was hitting my protein and my veggies and kind of not eating as many carbs. And then it's still been good, but I would say towards the end of the third trimester, I haven't had cravings, but I've been dang, I really, really, really want a soda, or chocolate sounds amazing right now. And sometimes I'll give in and have a little bit, but for the most part, I will say I feel I've been disciplined and been okay, I don't want to just throw away all my hard work in my diet. So I've had a pretty healthy diet of making sure that I'm hitting my protein, getting my veggies in, having those healthy carbs, and drinking a ton of water. Did you have cramping in your first trimester? So I had cramping, but it was before I knew I was pregnant. It was like before the missed period cramping, where I was like cramping heavily. It almost felt like I was going to start my period because it was like so painful and so intense. After that, like I would say after like week 4 or 5, I didn't really have any cramping, thankfully. So in the beginning, yes, and it was totally normal. And then as it, you know, week 5 and 6, I didn't have any, thankfully. How many weeks were you when you found out? So I found out like right at my missed period. Like I had symptoms that, if you want to go watch my first trimester recap, I kind of talk about like how I knew I was pregnant, but there were just symptoms that I'd never experienced before, because they say a lot of the symptoms of pregnancy are almost the same as if you're about to start your period, which is so true. So it's like you don't know, am I about to start my period or am I pregnant? And you kind of just have to wait and see, because the pregnancy test can only detect it so early. But I did find out like right at 4 weeks. So I found out super, super early. I got this question a lot, and it was, how long did you and Chandler try? And we were very blessed, and luckily we did get pregnant on the first try. I was so thankful and so surprised because we genuinely prepared to try for like 6 months. We thought it would take like 6 months to get pregnant. So, you know, we originally had talked about not even starting trying until December of 2019. But, you know, 6 months before that, we were like, well, we might as well just go ahead and start trying because we think it'll take a while. And little man was conceived the first try. So we were very, very thankful and very, very blessed. Obviously, every single person is different. Everyone has different circumstances, but that was just for us. And I'm so, so thankful. I do not take it for granted anytime, ever, not even for 1 second. Oh, I really like this question. Are you scared about the potential changes that the baby could bring into your marriage? Okay, so let me just say, like, I don't want to say like I'm scared of anything in this video, but yes, that was something that was like kind of top of mind. Is I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm so used to it being me and Chandler. Everything revolves around us. Like we love to lay down at night and watch movies and snuggle, and that's our time together. And now there's gonna be like another little human that is gonna take my attention and take his attention. And so I have like thought about that. And then like obviously it clicks, and I'm like, you know, once he's here, it's gonna be one of those things that we can't even remember life before he was in our lives, and we're gonna be so in love with him, making us so in love with each other, and it will just be like a family affair that I know it won't be an issue. Marriage is work no matter what, whether you have a baby or you don't have a baby. I'm not naive. I know it will be more work to make time for each other and date night. So I'm prepared for that. And I think just like being prepared mentally and knowing that it's coming is like the first step to being successful in anything. Oh, okay, this is a good one. I'm 19 weeks today. When did your belly start to get hard, tight, and to get out of that awkward stage? Okay, with your first pregnancy, this is my first, it's like your belly your uterus hasn't stretched like that before. So it is like, it goes through such an awkward phase for so long of like, people don't know if you're pregnant, like if you're bloated, if you ate too much. So it was like, I didn't know how to dress it. I felt puffy everywhere. It was just like so frustrating. And I will say, I think around like 25 weeks is whenever like probably like between 25 and 30 weeks. That's how long it took for it to be like, oh, she's pregnant. I know like with your second and so on, like your uterus expands faster because it knows what to do and it's been there. But with your first, it's different because your body's never done that before. And so it does take a while to like get out of that awkward phase. And so I feel you there. I was there. Have you been anxious while pregnant? So if you guys have been following along for a while, like anxiety is something that I've pretty much always had. Before I was pregnant, I was on anti-anxiety medication that I took daily, and it helped so much. I like literally, it helped. It was life-changing. When I got pregnant, I couldn't take it anymore. I was very nervous that my anxiety was going to be absolutely terrible during this pregnancy, and actually my anxiety has been so great up until probably the last month. And I think that's just like natural anxiety of, you know, getting everything ready, knowing you're about to go into labor, just all of these changes, just like that natural anxiety of not being able to sleep at night, you know, with a tight chest and your brain going 100 miles an hour. Setting boundaries. Are you telling family to wait to see the baby or come as they please? So Chandler and I, luckily our families have been very understanding with us setting boundaries and saying, so our hospital won't even let any visitors come in until we move to the postpartum room. So that's hours after you have the baby. Like, you have the baby, you do skin on skin time, you get stitched up, you have all of these things that you're spending time with the baby, then they move you to postpartum. Like, visitors can't even come in the labor and delivery room, which I love that. So our immediate family, just our parents, are going to come once we're in the postpartum room to meet him. And then when we come home, you know, they'll spend some time with him, and then they're actually gonna go back home and come back in a week or two once we've had time to settle and be a family, have a schedule, and then like our siblings will come. We did ask all of our family that they please get the Tdap shot for whooping cough, and they've all been very respectful and understanding of getting all of their vaccines and making sure that they're good to go before meeting him, because I know there's just so much going around and I just want to protect him and take all precautions. So we have set boundaries and they have been very, very respectful of that, and we're super thankful. Have you enjoyed your pregnancy? I know some girls absolutely love being pregnant. Okay, so I have loved aspects of being pregnant. I would not say that like I just absolutely love being pregnant, because I do know people that like just get pregnant, have all these babies because they love it. They love being pregnant. They love the feeling of being pregnant. That's not me, even though like I'm super thankful to be pregnant, obviously, but it's gonna be about 2 years before I get pregnant again, because I need time to forget what it was like being pregnant before I'm willing to get pregnant again, if that makes sense. Did you guys take any pregnancy classes? So about a month ago, wait, was it a month ago? The end of November, we did do a Lamaze class just to kind of learn about our hospital. We wanted to do the hospital tour that went along with it, taught like breathing techniques, like just different techniques to help you through labor and postpartum. So we did do a class together that it was, I think, an 8-hour class, but it was split into 2 days, 4 hours each day. And I'm really glad that we did. We knew a lot of the stuff, but there was a lot that we didn't know too. So I do recommend that. So for stretch marks, I have been drinking a ton of water. I use the Palmer's. They have a stretch mark kit that you can buy on Amazon, and the Kapari coconut milk moisturizer, and just drinking a ton of water. So I've heard that stretch marks are hereditary and that you either are gonna get them or you're not, but it doesn't hurt to like moisturize and lather up. I would still just recommend it just in case. When did you feel baby first kick? I believe that I was around 17 weeks when I felt like little flutters that I had never felt before, and I was like, is that? And then like 18 weeks and 19 weeks were like kicks. And then from there on out, the boy hasn't stopped moving. And now he has no room to move. So he's just like rolling, because I'm like, bless his heart, he can't kick. There's no room in there. He's big and my belly can't stretch anymore. So what postpartum items have you purchased in preparation? I will link down below my Amazon shop with my pregnancy tab of everything that I got for postpartum. That should help you, because like I pretty much got everything that anyone recommended. So ice packs, nibble pads, anything you can think of, I got it. So I will link that down below. Are you gonna use a bassinet in your bedroom? So yes, we got the SNOO, and I know you can rent it or you can buy it. We went ahead and bought it. We bought it because they were having like a 40% off sale. So by the time I bought it, it was the same as if I would have rented it for 6 months. So we went ahead and bought it so that if you know, our first baby loves it, and then our second and third baby, it would just be worth it. But so many people recommended it. I know some babies don't like it, but hopefully ours will, because I've heard that it is a game changer. And if you like your sleep, you need this. So I will link that below if you are interested. Did you use any particular methods to get pregnant? Well, I'll tell you one method we used. Just kidding. So we were tracking ovulation. I had no idea anything about that before we started trying to get pregnant, and I did my research. I used the Ovia app, where you can track your period and your ovulation. And then at this time, guys, we were eating so clean and working out 7 days a week, and like genuinely we were just so healthy that I feel like our body just like knew what to do. And obviously it is different in every circumstance. Like there could be the healthiest person in the world and still take them 6 months to get pregnant. So it's different with every person. You cannot compare your journey to someone else's, but at that time, like, I really think that that's what helped us. Like, I was not eating dairy or gluten. Chandler was not eating dairy. Was he eating gluten? We were in the best shape of our lives. I'll just tell you that. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up and end things there because I feel like those were some really great questions. I will go ahead and do a little 38-week bump date. Have I done one yet? All right, and this is 38 weeks, honey. I'm just trying to like capture all of the bump that I can for the next couple days because he could come at any minute and then it's gone. So, I can't believe there's a little baby in there. He's gonna be my little baby. But yep, this is what we are looking like at 38 weeks, honey. I'm so thankful that we were able to sit down and chat today, and hopefully if you have any other questions, please leave them down below and I'm happy to answer them. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.